To set up our alien, we want to make sure that a couple things are in place first. First of all, go up to Customize and Unit Setup. I have mine set to US standard with feet and decimal inches. I just think that's going to be easier for me to work with. And we want this particular alien to be a specific height. We don't want it to be too big. That way, if you were to import it into something, say Unreal Engine, it's not going to look like a giant, or it's not going to look too small either. So I'm going to start off with a plane in the front viewport. I changed it from wireframe to default shading, so that way I can actually see the plane. And it doesn't really matter what size you make it because we can adjust it right here. You'll notice that the length translates into the height. I'm going to make this guy 6 feet. And the width is fine. You can just kind of adjust it to whatever you want. And you find your image files. So I'm going to take my alien front. I'm just going to drop it straight here onto the plane. Adjust the width so that it looks kind of how you want it to be. And then I'm going to come over here to the move tool and we're just going to center him. So I'm going to right click on all the wheels for that so that I make sure that he's at the origin. This is going to help you out tremendously later on. Now I want the left view to, now I'm going to turn on angle snaps because I want to angle this 90 degrees. And I'm just going to copy it by holding down Shift. Make sure it's 90. Make sure it's a copy. And that left view is now done. However, I don't have the right image on here. So I dropped the left view up here. Okay, so now I'm going to take this guy and I'm going to move him so that his feet are now at the origin. You can get close. You don't have to be exact. Now this part is, you can actually move them back just a little bit so you have enough room to make the alien actually at the origin. I'm going to move this back a little bit. They don't have to be perfectly next to each other because you're just using them as a reference here. Now you're going to notice that if I go into the layer manager, now look at these two planes. I expand this out so that I can see all the tools. If I was going to freeze these, notice how they turn gray. That's a problem. We do want to freeze them because we don't want to accidentally move them around. So to change that, we have to go to Object Properties. And turn off Show Frozen and Gray. Now I can freeze them and I am ready to get started with the alien. Make sure you save your work. Excuse me.